welcome back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome to you. Going to be reading for the lovely star sign of Leo. So Leo, what have we got going on for you this week? As you can see, something totally different in front of you, and there's a little story behind it. Basically, I was sort of having a sort out, and I found out some albums that I'd bought back in the 80s. Okay, it was sort of, I think it was Marks and Spencer's at the time that brought out a collection of the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, and they brought it out in book form. They brought it out on cutlery, crockery, curtains, you name it, okay, as they do. And I just thought how beautiful they were, and I wanted to utilise them in my reads. So what I did was I sat quietly, pulled 15 cards out, and I've put them inside to read it like a story for you this week. These pictures here I've put on myself, obviously, previously, because I've always liked fairy art, okay? So we are going to open the book. If you are sitting comfortably, we shall begin, Leo. Let's have a look what comes out in the tarot cards for you that comes out for this week. Be reminded, I've just put these in and I've randomly picked from the albums for each star sign, so I've not sort of preempted the stories or anything like that. We're just going straight off the cuff with spirit. So let's open up and see where we begin for you then. The first tarot card that comes out for you in this book is motion. Okay, basically motion is, you could be struggling at the moment with a decision around you, uncertain of which way to go on something as well. Finding it hard to hold on for some of you. Really struggling energies for some of my Leos. And it's like, don't fight against the tide here. I feel like she's trying to fight against the current. And sometimes in life, you know, we can try and intervene, we can try and influence. But at the end of the day, if it's fated for us, whatever the outcome is, then there's no point of us battling, okay, whatever that may be. It could be some of you maybe facing struggles with your career at the moment, and you're finding that a battle every day. You could be battling with your health. So there's something here, because I look at the picture of her face and she's struggling in this card. So there's something going on around you that is affecting you greatly at the moment. It's that sort of, oh, here we go again. Something else is just, you know, dropped on the mat, or something else I've got to sort out. I feel like you're being like awash with other people's problems as well at this moment, and you're feeling tired. Okay, you are feeling tired, and it's like trying to keep your head above water. Some of you could have financial issues around you as well. So there's a multiple amount of things going on here to whatever you can resonate the motion card with. Next card that comes out, however, is the Angel of Love. And the Angel of Love comes in because I know you are struggling at the moment. You could be struggling in a sort of partnership, okay? A romantic partnership with somebody. But you could be feeling like you are lacking love in your life at the moment. Pisces had this sort of kind of a vibe around them. So you could have, it could be a Pisces that you are connected with. It might not be you directly, but they could be struggling in this energy as well. So just to be mindful of that. But the Angel of Love comes in on a spiritual sort of vibe to say you are being protected, and even though you may feel unloved or things aren't going right at the moment, your angels are trying to protect you. Okay, your angels and guides. And we have here breathe. And I want to say the 29th of February is going to be key for you, Leo. It's as though a prayer will be answered, okay? A wish will be answered. And whatever this sort of information that you may be waiting on, or this dilemma that you feel that either you or somebody is facing at the moment, then I feel by the 29th of February, that sort of intense energy will subside, and you can breathe a sigh of relief. It can be around family members who may be waiting for some test results, or it could be you, and by the 29th of February it's that sort of confirmation comes through that everything has come through okay with your health checks or somebody around you, and it's, wow, thank you, thank my lucky stars that the resolution that's come through. And she has a lovely beautiful smile on her face, and again we are protected by spirit. We then have the animal spirit cards, and we've got the rabbit, which is the alchemical sign of earth, and we have the peacock, which is the alchemical sign of air. As I said, you feel like a rabbit caught in the headlights at the moment. You can't rest, you're sort of on edge. But the peacock is this communication that you are waiting for, and it will come out in your favour, whatever that may be, as I said. So even though you're feeling on edge at the moment, just know that the circumstances around this situation are going to work out for the positive. We have the next card of the Diamond Dreamer, and it's material wealth and true prosperity. So see where you could have been worrying about certain aspects to do with finances, where you've been worrying about your careers and what have you, then know by the 6th of March, okay, I want to say the 6th of March now, the material wealth and the true prosperity, you will feel more financially settled and more stable in your environment. An absolutely beautiful card. And then we have the card of dance, okay? I feel this is like an uplifted spirits, okay? Something's about where you've been in this blue emotional, like the swan is significant of putting a brave face on, but underneath you're paddling like laddie, okay, helfer laddie, under the water, trying to keep yourself, as I said, trying to keep your head above water has been a challenge. But look at this beautiful card, and you can spread out your wings and feel the freedom at last. You've got a secure footing here. The dance card to me is about dancing to your own tune, having the freedom to have been released from something that has kept you tied down. And as I said, whether that's to do with your health, your career, or a relationship, but just know you are coming through this. And with the dance card, it's a beautiful energy. We then have the High Priestess, okay? And there's something to do with your past here for some of my Leos, okay? And it's something that's drawing you back to your past. If you can hear anything in the background, guys, my cat is right behind me and he's fast asleep, and he's my oldest cat and he snores. So if you can hear sort of faint snoring or noises in the background, it's my cat and he's fast asleep, bless him. So yeah, High Priestess, and this is just something that you are mulling over in your headspace. It's still going over and over. And the High Priestess as well can also be a significant of suffering with headaches. Some of you or somebody around you may be suffering head pressure and sinus issues, okay? And it's just saying, if that is the case, then it needs to be investigated. I feel this is starting to impact now on some of my Leos, where there's this sort of suffering of headaches and sinus issues, okay? But on the other side of the coin, with a High Priestess, there's something that is playing on your mind. And I feel this is somebody to do with that you've either ghosted or blocked off in communication. And it's like somebody's mulling it over. Did I do the right thing there? Should I have given them a second chance? So looking at the number 2 here, and it's like they're telling me, should I give somebody a second chance? And this is what some of you may be pondering over at this moment in time. We then have the 8 of Pentacles coming out with the Observer. The 8 of Pentacles is the work-life balance. Okay, not everybody works, but I just feel some of you need to get organised. If that is the case, it's about getting structure and some organisation into your life. And then the Observer comes in, Because as I said, from the High Priestess card, there's something that you are keeping an eye on. There's something that you may have to sit and rethink of and pull back to this situation of where some of my Leos have cut somebody out of their life, okay? And now they're sitting down thinking, do I give them a second chance here? Because you have been observing maybe their social media pages, you've been keeping an eye on them, and I just feel for some of my Leos, that you may have to look at something again. She's like looking down that camera there. So I feel for some of you, you will have to look at a person differently, make a different opinion. And with the Eight of Pentacles, some of you could be burning the candle at both ends. She holds a candle there. And it's not all about the money sometimes in life. If you are working and burning the candle at both ends, then this is going to play an impact on your life. With the camera as the observer, it's about taking a whole new look at your lifestyle, whether changes may need to be made, okay, because something is not fitting right at this moment in time. We then have the card of open intuition, seek and clarification. As I said, for a very small minority of my Leos, there's something around a person where you need to seek clarification, that maybe you judge them too hastily. I do feel there's a second chance here to do with a relationship. That's not going to resonate with everybody. But the open intuition on the general is saying to you, get ready for change. Some of you need to be seeking the truth. Some of you need to realise that the current position that you are in, whether that's job or relationship, is not working for you. Okay, so seek clarification is seeking clarification from yourself. There is eyes here in this picture, and it's about looking within. Looking within and having the open intuition to follow your gut feelings and follow your natural instincts in seeking the clarification that you need. It's very deep, Leo, and it's very cryptic. We then have the Tree of Souls, and it says collective wisdom, kinship, group and library. But I just love the artwork on this card. Tree of Souls. Making firm foundations here. And we have illumination around this card. As I said, some of you have felt very isolated of late. But it's about searching your own soul. Searching for the peace, the stability, okay? Some of you may have felt very isolated, but I look here to say there's light at the end of the tunnel. So this is a really key, strong energy coming out for you, Leo. You have been here many times in previous lives, okay? And that's why the eyes are on this card here to say, search for the answers, seek clarification within. Because by doing that, there's light at the end of the tunnel. We then have the fairy elements coming out for you, and we have overindulgence and the flirt, okay? Now, the flirt fairy, this is coming in as, again, I do feel it's this second chance saloon with somebody that you may have ghosted or pushed away. It could be vice versa as well. They could have pushed you away, but I do feel here that the flirt comes in because it could be a new relationship coming in for some of you, because we've got Valentine's Day coming soon on the 14th of February. So there's this flirtatious energy around you, okay? But then we've got the overindulgence fairy, and this is sort of coming in on a, I want to say on a vibe of let your hair down, because I feel you've been too hard on yourself. It's like to say a little overindulgence and a little flirting now and again is not bad for you. It will pick your spirits up, okay? It can also mean for some of you that there is somebody around your partner who is being flirtatious, and you may have picked this up with that energy, okay? So that's not going to resonate for all of you, but I do feel the overindulgence here is a warning sign from the fairies to say, keep a checkup on your partner. I do feel there might be some flirtatious energy here and they're overindulging in it, okay? And obviously that can be a warning sign to say a relationship shouldn't be working on that level if your partner is sort of flirting, or if this is you yourself, then it's saying you've overindulged in this and you've got to sort of look at the situation head on, and you know, you can't have your cake and eat it type of scenario. That's not going to resonate for everybody, obviously, but I do feel for some. On the general, it's overindulgence, as in you could have been sort of smoking too much, drinking too much, okay, eating too much, and thereby it's a warning for that way. But the flirtatious can be the just telling you to lighten up as well. On the general, it doesn't have to be about romantic. It can just say, you know, don't sort of beat yourself up too much and start to enjoy yourself a little bit more as well. So it's like a double-edged sword there with those fairy cards, however that is going to resonate with you. And then we have, while you're still in this life, ask God to help you go over to the other side when the time comes without pain or discomfort. So this is a very strong message coming in from Spirit. So while you're still in this life, ask God to help you go over to the other side when the time comes without pain or discomfort. I feel, however, I'm not going to go with this message to sort of ask you to sit there and say that, okay? I do feel this card has come out for somebody. It could just be for one person who is struggling with a family relative who is not very well at this moment in time, okay? And maybe in palliative care, and you could be, it's like Spirit are saying to you, put a wish out for that family member. They can, when the time comes, that they can pass over without pain or discomfort. It's just a message, really. As I say, some of my Leos could be going through this challenge at this moment in time, looking after a loved one, as I said, in palliative care. So that's a strong message for, it could just be for one person. But I want to say, for the general, however, don't take life for granted, okay? Do not take life for granted, and say a prayer, really, as in, every day we are here, as challenging as it may be, life is beautiful. And I want to say that because life is beautiful, and it is so short, guys, that sometimes we forget and we moan and we take things for granted. And it's, you know what, we should just take a time out and remember those people who are really sick and have not got long left on this earth plane, and then we are then the lucky ones. Really deep message for you, Leo. I hope you can take some info from that reading. What I'm going to do now is, I had a lovely lady send me a little booklet to thank me for, she won the giveaway I did in December, and she sent me these 12 little bookmarks with pictures and poetry on. You'll have to bear with me when I read them, because some of the words on here, they're back in the day, of the days of old, and her writing style is very, very cryptic and very deep. So I'm just going to shuffle through here and just see where I feel I want to stop for you, okay? My lovely Leos. Where am I stopping for Leo, please? I feel like I want to go with the little red bird here for you. And it reads, hope is the thing with feathers. Okay, hope is the thing with feathers. Beautiful winter scene here, and a beautiful little red bird, okay, in all this ice and snow, and it's saying there's the beauty right there in front of you. Hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul, and sings the tune without the words, and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chilliest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Absolutely beautiful little cryptic poem there. And I feel this is your energy, okay, where that little bird has kept so many warm. And I feel there's a sort of caring, nurturing energy around some of you, especially if you are looking after a loved one who, as I said, is in palliative care. And it's just to say to you, really, don't be hard on yourself, okay? Where it says, I've heard it in the chilliest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. Like to say, Leo, you're that strong, okay, you've helped others, you're there for others, but no one, you've never asked a crumb off anybody to help you. And I do feel for some of you, then you could be struggling, and it's, don't feel that you can't ask for help if help is needed. I feel from that card, don't feel that you are alone, okay? Beautiful messages. So if you did have any of this collection yourself back in the 80s, then please put a comment in the description box below. Any comments anyway, guys, just sort of helps my channel. Any likes and subscribes as well. Check out your moon and rising signs. There could be little additional stories there for you. And until next time, you take care of yourself. Bye then.